play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
And 15 yards to go.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
He's tackled it.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off,
looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Throwing, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And brought down, but not before.
Complete to Nick Chubb.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Taken down at the
that one good for 33 and a first.
33 yards on the play.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to number 14.
From 19 yards away. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Lining up for the point after.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Aaron Jones.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers, he's going to sling, and that's caught inside the 35. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown. Point of tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pickup of 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Browns 1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
With the give to Nick
when you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Mayfield Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30.
Bring it!
And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
That's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you haven't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He finds Beckham complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Cleveland.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yard line. Here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped. Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Number 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line. It's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he... Off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
To Nick Chubb.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's into the clear. The 30, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Mayfield off the play fake. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Packers.
Especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come up the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a terrific return up to midfield. Now the question, will it stand? There is a marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Adrian Amos on the
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A 3-yard gain on the
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Come on here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some.
going. It's Mayfield. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Aaron Jones.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Check 24, check 24. Single. Hey, alert. 3.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
This is our time.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. picked off by Darnell Savage. The 20.
Live for this.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Touchdown.
That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's a gain of 13. But it brings up
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Throwing now is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Hey, take 26. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On first down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the video.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brought down.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Get this. Mike 55. Me and you all day. Easy. Come back to you. 25, check 25.
And again, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
58, boys, 58.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now Crosby for the point after.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
The score, Packers 49, Browns 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
On the carry.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Chubb on the counter. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Check 13. Check 3. Check 3. Run.
Mayfield now from the 50. Packer pressure and for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that. Third down.
42-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
First throw now for the backup, Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Stays on his feet. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to... Now, here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
To Aaron Jones.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize this. That is it. Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down and get there.
Hey, keep it up. Mike 55, Mike 55. Eat. Watch QB drop.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all. They'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Jones. The tackle made by Todd Davis.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
from the 35 on second down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On first down, Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
I'm trying to collect. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Check.
They'll go again to Jones. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against David Bakhtiari. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Packers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right around the midfield stripe.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
They run it again with Chubb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Allen off the play fake. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Allen now on first down. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now it's second and 9.
Man up, D. 24 is the Mike. I'm going to run you over.
A run for Nick Chubb. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
The handoff to...
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Chubb. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. First and 10.
First down, Browns.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's second and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll try to draw now with Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
On the carry.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Allen now on the sneak. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got him. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Have a need
Rolling to his left. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to 26.
He was brought down.
They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
On the play. And the Browns 1st down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
Browns 15. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team.
Expecting an onside kick. 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.